What up, what up? Courtney's here. I'm going live here on Facebook too, my friends. I'm going live off of my Twitter, my Periscope feed. What's up, Facebook? What's going on, Facebook? So, if you're just tuning in or if you're a replay viewer, I tend to do these videos. Usually, I try to go Monday through Friday, but I'm on Facebook. I'm going off my laptop. Some marketing tips if you're into a lot of people that follow me or, I network with or network marketing or online marketing and that kind of stuff. So I'm going live on my laptop. You can go live, Facebook Live from your a laptop or any kind of computer, or I'm not 100% sure, but I know you can your laptop. What's up, Tim? Thanks for hopping on, man. I don't even know what I'm going to talk about today, guys, but like I said, I'm over here on Periscope and Twitter too, and Facebook. So this is a quick marketing tip today, is if you can be in more places at the same time, why not do that? You might as well take advantage of that. That's what I think, at least. What's going on, bro? What's up, Tim? How you doing, man? It's been a while. We need to catch up. We need to talk. Like, give me a ring. Like, maybe shoot me a text or something. Tonight, after this video, we need to catch up, dude. Huge win for the Cavs. Yeah, huge win. Huge win for the Cavs last night. I wasn't sure if they were going to pull that off, seeing how they were down, and it was crazy how they're kicking ass a few nights. They won by like 50. Like, I've watched close to 1,000 basketball games probably in my life, like NBA, like obsessed with it. And I've never seen that before in my life, so that was pretty freaking incredible. Will do. Yeah, dude. Yeah, Tim. Shoot me a text after the video or something. Or, when I get off, I'll text you. You're probably out hustling right now. Maybe knocking doors and stuff. So I'll text you after the video. We can catch up for sure, dude. But yeah, I wanted to really wanted to just get on and see who hops on. Just an open discussion, really talk about anything, life, marketing, business, sales, working from home, anything, strategy, taking action, mindset, tactics, any books you guys have been listening to. What's up, Rebecca? Thanks for joining. Awesome. Periscope. We got John Elmore over here on Facebook. I'm open to talk about anything that you guys want to talk about, anything you guys want to discuss. Don't really have a plan, because usually the plan is you got a plan and you know what you're going to talk about, or you know what you're going to do. You're going to talk to X amount of people. You're going to prospect, right? Like self-employed tips. Every day, like, I'm going to do this, daily action steps that, it's going to get you the results. But sometimes if you're in a funk, sometimes I think one of the better plans of action is not having a plan, is just putting yourself out there. Just get up. If you're afraid, for instance, since no one's really leaving me comments or I can't see them right now, you guys can ask any comments, share with me anything about your day, share with me any questions you might have about Twitter, marketing, sales, online business, anything like that. But yeah, since no one's really leaving the comments right now, something like change the status quo is sometimes you don't want to have a plan. Sometimes you just want to get in your car and go for a drive. Sometimes you just want to go for a walk and see where the trail leads you. Sometimes you just want to get up on camera and shoot a video, and especially if you're afraid, you just want to get up there and see what comes out, see what you talk about, see what God has in store for you today, or the universal intelligence is whatever it's gonna bring. See who hops on, who you might meet. Be open-minded to creating any kind of a positive result in your life, whatever you're trying to create. You got to be open to it. You got to be allowing it to come in your life. You got to learn how to receive. And that's an actual skill. Most people block. So I guess I'll kind of talk about that, I think, because I've been listening to some audio training today about making money. It's a really good book by Jen Sincero called You Are a Badass at Making Money. It's a pretty good book about mindset, making money tips, and that kind of thing. And one thing that will really help is if you're trying to make more money, increase your income in business, go full time, quit your job, and that kind of stuff, doing sales, is you gotta get your mindset, you gotta get your energy, you gotta get your actions all aligned, like in the right direction. Like whatever you're focusing on, you hear all the time, all of the cliches, like wherever your attention is going, energy is flowing. Whatever you're focusing on is what you're getting more of. Wherever you're putting your thoughts towards is what's expanding. It's what's creating. If you think about thought and try to actually imagine like what it looks like, what it feels like when you think a positive thought, when you think a negative thought. Thought is real energy. Like it exists. It's what makes up most of our reality. Like what got you here right now is you thought, you thought, I'm going to click and watch this video with Facebook or Periscope. Thoughts are virtually everything your whole life. Now, I've been listening to something that's controversial to that, actually. It's a lot more esoteric, kind of woo-woo stuff about being present and spirituality. And I've been listening to this audiobook by Eckhart Tolle about the joy of being, and awakening to your true self. And it's all about the opposite, about get out of your mind. Stop thinking so much. Don't let the mind control you. So it brings up a good point where obviously you have to think. I'm thinking right now about what I'm talking about and how this is going to be of value to you guys and what I should say, and keeping notice of how long I've been on. Thoughts are valuable. So I think there's kind of a fine line. Like you want to have a balance of being present where you're just completely, you can sense the stillness inside yourself, which aren't your thoughts. It's not your mind. It's like the God within you, or the universe, the universal intelligence within you, whatever you believe. That is where you access like that true, formless, creative, infinite potential. Your power source, that stillness, your being, like you're simply being, right? You're not trying to create, you're not creating this, or you're not the created. It's really hard to explain. You're basically potential. It's like infinite potential. And obviously, you maybe get that book, Eckhart Tolle, Awakening to Your True Self. It's all about, being present. All of his stuff's about that. But at the same time, I always wonder, like, what's the practicality in that? If you're just sitting in a chair and just being and noticing your stillness all day and you're not doing anything, like you still want to master your mind. And there's a lot of stuff. It's all controversial, tons of different self-help stuff. Even guys like Wayne Dyer, some of his stuff is controversial. His earlier stuff is about more like Les Brown, just basic, thoughts and motivation, and your thoughts create your reality. And then you learn from people like Eckhart Tolle and other people where your thoughts aren't you. Like on a deep spiritual level, your thoughts aren't you. They're really not. Your mindset is not you. What you are is essentially like the essence of who you truly are. Like after you die, when you leave your body, you leave this earth, what you really are is this, like I said, that formless, infinite, still beingness. That's God, that energy that flows through and in everything in this world. Whether you believe that or not, I think that's just the truth. But that's inside of you. And I think it's a combination of you want to get connected to that, and then you also want to master your mind. So when I was going at before I got onto a rant was, you want to, hey, what's going on, Skylar? Thanks for joining, man. Thanks for joining. I'll look into the Facebook because I'm on Periscope and Twitter, Facebook Live. So I think what you want to do is you want to make your mind your servant, right? Make sure you're in control of your mind, right? Don't be a slave to your mind. And most people, that's what Eckhart Tolle is really talking about, is most people are a slave to their mind. They're a slave to negative thoughts and conditional, habitual thought patterns and concepts and ideas of like, this is who I am. The amount of money I make I've ever made, that I've made up to this is just reality. Like that's totally limiting yourself. That's limiting yourself. Like when you judge somebody, you're not really judging them. I think like Wayne Dyer said, you're judging yourself. You're putting a limit on yourself because you're saying that person's defined. That's who they are. blank, fill in the blank. They're a Catholic, they're a Muslim, they're a home business owner, they're an entrepreneur, they're mean. Whatever when you call them, however you define them, you're putting in limits. Now, obviously, like, here's the debate again, at least in my mind, is there's practicality in that. There's practicality to be able to form groups and help separate people for positive things, in constructive ways. You know, like to know the difference between, you know, this person believes that and this person believes that, so we can respect each other's differences in opinions and beliefs. There's practicality in that in everyday life. Like you always hear the saying, don't judge. You know, don't judge a book by its cover, and don't judge a person, don't label them and that stuff. But in the sense of, if you're walking outside at night and you go down a dark alley and you see somebody with a big black straight coat jacket on and you see a glint like they got a knife, obviously, in my mind, I'm going to judge and think that person's bad news. Now, they might not be. They could just be the cook that just got off work and it means no harm or nothing to anybody. But if you judge in that circumstance, you're going to keep yourself safe, because chances are you're going to be like, all right, I'm going this way. Like, I don't want to get, come across somebody that could be potentially harmful to me. So those are the thoughts that go through my mind when you're really studying this deep spiritual stuff about the stillness and the being. And I really do believe there's so much value to be gained by meditating and finding that stillness within yourself, and realizing that you are infinite and you have unbelievable potential and you can do anything you really want in your life. I can believe that. And spiritually speaking, like, you're infinite. You have just more potential than any human being could ever put in words, because words are limiting. No, there's no word that's not limiting. Any word that is defining something is putting a limit on it. But then again, like I said, there's practicality, because if we didn't have limits, if we didn't have definitions, if we didn't have the meaning, it's essentially all meaning that we attach to things. Without that, how would we survive? Like, there's practicality in a foot in both worlds. And just, like I was saying earlier, master your mind. Don't make your slave, or don't be a slave to your mind. I believe you're given a mind which is not the same as your soul. It might be part of it, depends how you look at it, and I'm still learning and stuff. Like, this is an open discussion, but make sure your mind is an adversary, like someone that's going to help you, something that's going to help you, benefit you. Don't make your mind be something that don't be a slave to your mind. You want to be in control. You want to be choosing continuously good, positive habits and thought patterns that are going to lead to good, positive behaviors, that are going to lead to constructive and positive results in your life, and use it to your advantage. And what I mean by that is, when you wake up and you flip over and you grab your phone, and the first thing you check is, you just scroll through Facebook, or you scroll through Twitter, or you check your email, and you've checked your email like 42 times before you've ate breakfast or lunch or something. Like, that's kind of a slave to your mind, because you're doing that habitually without really thinking consciously. So what you can do to gain back control of your mind, to use it to your advantage rather than to your disadvantage in life, because this is really about anything. This is about life. This is about some deep stuff here, about everything. What you can do is know the conscious mind is going to program the unconscious. And the unconscious is what I just said, the example of, I wake up, I check my phone, I don't think about it. I just do it habitually, naturally. I open the cabinet, I reach for my toothbrush, I use this soap, I use this, whatever. It's all unconscious stuff, which then again gives you benefit, because you don't have to use conscious will. You don't have to use energy or willpower. You don't have to think, oh, I wake up in the morning, okay, what do I have to do now? Should I eat breakfast? Should I put on my shoes first? Should I take a shower? Should I go for a walk? Should I start prospecting? Should I, you can do an infinite number of things at any time, at any given point in our life. Like, you always have the ability to choose, but it's not practical to have to consciously think about, what should I do every given minute or hour of every day? It's not practical. So, some of this stuff that you might hear, you wanna have it with balance, and you wanna still make sure you're doing what's getting you results, I think, in your life. You don't want to get it out of hand. Your live videos are getting extremely good, bro. Tons of stuff I'd have to read for hours to. Yeah, dude, awesome. I appreciate